Hey everyone, Maria Tribal Peace here in the Patriot League office. Now, all summer long, we've been talking to current student athletes about what they've been up to throughout the summer. But right now, I'm joined by a Patriot League and Loyola women's soccer alum, Sarah Mirr. So, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, you are here because you were part of the first ever U.S. Women's Futsal National Team Camp. So, for anybody who may not know what that is, can you explain it?
I would say futsal is a mix of soccer and basketball. Soccer in the aspect that you still use your feet and you can't use your hands, but also basketball in the aspect of their different rotations and kind of set plays that you have more often than you would in soccer.
How did you get involved with it in the first place?
Well, when I was younger, I played maybe what people would call futsal, but it was basically like just soccer on a basketball court. But last year, I got invited to play in one of the local regional tournaments that they have every year with some of my friends. And that was my first time playing futsal in like 10 plus years. And I was like, got really into it, and just throughout the year met a lot of great people. We started training and I got to learn more about the sport and how it works and how different it is from soccer, and just kind of built a new passion for it.
You've been a part of the sport now for a little bit, but then how did you eventually get invited to this women's national team camp?
So last year I was asked to join in this regional tournament that we have every year, a bunch of tournaments around the country. And that was my first time playing futsal in 10 years. And so I thought it would just be fun to go out with some friends. I had nothing else going on. And there was a national team's head coach was there, and she's looking for players this year. And so she saw me, and I got invited to a few ID camps. And so I started training more with my friends that are more experienced in the sport, and just kind of built a new passion for it. And that's kind of what I've been doing this last year.
Awesome. And can you describe what the camp was actually like? Like, what was training like? What was the best part about it?
It was just awesome to be in the competitive environment. Again, after college, it's really hard to find that, especially for women. If you want to be in a more competitive, high level, unfortunately, it's like usually against men, and it's just really not the same. So it was awesome to be in an organized environment where everyone was competing, and just to be in a group again where we could all work for the same goal.
What would you say the most challenging part was?
I guess the most challenging part was just like playing at a high level again. I guess when you're outside of college, you're used to just kind of being able to walk when you want and just like kind of have a good time. But I guess now is like being able to stay focused the whole time and just like, compete. It's a lot more challenging than what I'm used to after college. So, but that was also the hard part, but also like one of the best parts about it.
Yeah, because you're kind of back in that environment again where you're competing for something bigger than yourself and you're around people who kind of have that same mindset.
Yeah.
How would you say your experience at Loyola and playing soccer at the Division I level helped you prepare for training with the women's national team in the sport of futsal?
Playing for Loyola and playing in the Patriot League, all of the teams are pretty close in level, and it's really competitive. So it helped prepare me for, playing in futsal, playing in the camp in ways that you have to be ready from the beginning to the end. There's really no days off, no easy days. And that's something that I took with me when I went to every training session, is trying to be my best that I can be.
Awesome. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today and just sharing your experience.
Thanks for having me.